Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome back. So we are planting this field. Not going to take us too long to do, but wanted to get that knocked out. So uh, we already actually got everything set up for us doing this. So let's just go ahead and get right to it. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's been kind of a quiet day for me today, but that's all right. So I've actually tuned this tractor down. It was just making it too much power. I was having issues of it, just wanting to go haywire all the time. And then also, I tried having a hired hand do this, but said hired hand apparently forgot how to learn to back up. So, hence the reason why we're getting it knocked out. So we have made a little bit more progress on those trees, getting those cleaned up. Um, I'm probably going to just do an episode of me just chilling, listening to music while knocking that out. And that's pretty well all it's going to be is me listening to music while I'm working on it. But it is something that needs to get done. I don't know if I'm going to do it here in the month of September. It might actually end up being done in October because part of it is we want to get some of the silage sold off so we can buy the last piece of property in this section. We do still have a bunch of stumps to clear out in along the road here, but um, so so yeah, we still got a bunch of stumps to clear, as you see. That won't take too long. We will use that bat-winged mower deck that's a mulcher also. That's what we'll be using for clearing that out. We will have to use a tractor, most likely. Uh, we might try using the Mercedes again. Sometimes, if we keep the stumps under the wings, it will clear them. But if we get down toward the center, it won't. So, but apparently, since I've detuned this tractor as much as I have, 10, 11 mile an hour is about all I'm able to maintain while doing this, which is unfortunate, but because I'd really love to be flying across these fields more like about 2025. Tell you what, while we're doing this, I think we're going to turn some music on just so that we have something to listen to while we're working here. It won't take us too long to do this. It's not that big of a field, but so you what, like I said, I'm going to turn that music on. We'll be get this knocked out. Actually, better yet, I think I'm just going to pause the recording, and I'll be back here shortly. So apparently, I'm a bit of an idiot in that I had my cruise control turned down to 10 mile an hour, and I didn't even realize I did. So now that I got that figured out, I'm clipping across this field a whole lot faster than I was. I'm actually getting up into upper 30s, and I think I actually even seen 40 mile an hour, which is much, much quicker at getting this done. It'll take us a whole lot less time than I was originally expecting it, just seeing that 10, 11 mile an hour. So, hey, as a matter of fact, there's 42, 43. We might actually hit max speed of the tractor. On a side note, you guys probably noticed that we did not de-rock the field. And in all honesty, we are going to be replowing this field anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. We will de-rock things then. But leaving the rocks in, yeah, it's going to diminish our harvest a little bit. Not 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 really enough that it's going to affect us too much. We're already at the point where our next harvest we're going to have more grass than we have storage for. So in that we will have to build more silos. So, but we are getting close to getting this knocked out. Should not take us too long. Got a couple spots we'll have to go back and catch. Like there's a little spot right there. And we're going to have a little spot right there on the corner. That's all right. Going back and doing a little cleanup here and there is not that big of a deal. So, but as I was mentioning earlier, my next episode is probably going to be just be me chilling, working on clearing out the rest of those trees. Won't take too long. I'm hoping, anyways, for clearing those out. Since well, we've got the equipment that'll do pretty quick work of it. The tree grinder that we've got set up on the Mercedes right now works phenomenally. It does a quick job. So now this is the way I like to do whenever I'm doing fields. As far as I like, say have to make a hard 90 to the left. What I'll do is I'll actually turn right and just make a loop. For me, it's easier than backing up and going at it that way. So I think I've already done this path. Yeah, I've already done this path. By the way, whenever I was at the max power option that was on this tractor, what just happened where it whipped around like that, it happened way more often. So that's why I detuned this tractor quite a bit. We're actually less than half of max power. We're actually close to about a third of its max power. This tractor's max power is like 1,800 horse, something like that, which is phenomenal for pulling heavy equipment for flying across fields like what we're doing here. But the issue you run into is the tractor's not heavy enough to prevent getting yanked around while trying to make turns. And then once you get up higher speeds, you get really unstable. So, especially when you're pulling a trailer. Now, it is always fun drifting across the field in a tractor, but so this end of the field is all done. While we're down at this end, we'll go ahead and clean up these couple spots that we missed. Alright, so I just saw that we were, what's it doing now? Tractor was full turned right, but it wouldn't turn, or I'm sorry, full turn left, but it wouldn't turn left. A planter like this, your better bet on equipment wise to pull it with is like something like the Big Bud, a Steiger, something along those lines. They have the weight to handle this piece of equipment. Now, granted, they're not going to be nearly as fast as this is, but they have the weight to handle it. They're not going to get jerked around while trying to turn. So, now John Deere makes something similar to the Case Steiger. I am not a John Deere fan. I do not like their practices. People might be asking what it is their practices are, and basically what it boils down to is John Deere does things in a way to intentionally force farmers to go back to John Deere for any kind of service, any kind of parts. So much so that even research use a proprietary thread pitch that John Deere is the only company that uses. And like I said, they do that for the sole purpose of forcing you to go back to John Deere. And I don't like that. I mean, does John Deere make a solid piece of equipment? Yeah. Are there other options that, in my opinion, are better? Most definitely. Anybody who produces something that makes it easier for the owner to work on themselves, in my opinion, is better. Now, some equipment manufacturers I would stay away from. There's some tractors out there that they're cheap. They're cheaper than anybody else, and they're cheaper than anybody else because they're made overseas. They don't have repair support here in the States. Getting parts for them is hard because manufacturers just don't put out parts. I'm not going to name any names on them, but that's something I've come across. So give you guys a little bit of background about me. I worked parts. Before I worked parts, I worked in the shop. The last parts job I worked at an independent parts house that had some that we did a lot of agricultural parts. Alright, well this planter's all kinds of jacked. But we did a lot of work with ag equipment, besides also automotive, heavy duty, industrial. But we did a lot with ag. So tracking down parts for cheaper ag equipment was next to impossible sometimes because it was not like bearings not being a standard size. The only places we can get them from is drop ship from China. And that's the only place we can get parts for them from. So if anybody's ever actually looking at buying a piece of equipment, I'd strongly recommend that they actually look at where they can get it serviced, where they can get parts for it, how readily available parts are, before making a decision just based off the price of the equipment. Say you're looking at like the smaller tractor, and one of these companies that, in all honesty, the tractor's built in China. One of those companies, you're looking at or getting their piece of equipment from them, they're going to be, they're going to be cheaper on the front end, but getting parts for them to repair them, it's going to be much more difficult. You're going to be longer wait times to get parts, if you can even get them. But some of them, they don't even offer spare parts for them. All the parts that are produced for those tractors are used in making new tractors. And those tractors are really, in all honesty, tractors, trucks, cars, any kind of equipment, those pieces of equipment are designed to, when it breaks, you replace it. And that's it. That's your only option with those pieces of equipment. Which I'm not a fan of. Being able to repair equipment that you already have is so much cheaper on you than having to just replace it because you can't get parts. So, but that's enough of me ranting. Um, as you see, we got finished getting everything planted. We're going to get this ran over to the farm and we'll get it cleaned up before we put everything away for the month. And I think the next episode, it will be done filmed in the month of October, as far as game month. Um, but yeah, we'll get that done. It'll be October. So, but like I said, we're going to get this put up. We're going to get everything cleaned up and everything put up. But thank you for all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I really hope to catch you guys next time. Take care and have a wonderful day.